This is Attorney Mike Gravelin coming to you from Chicago, as usual, and today we're going to talk about Howard Hamlin and what happens to him in Better Call Saul, Season 6. Let's do it. Okay, what happens to Howard Hamlin in Better Call Saul Season 6? That is the question, but as usual, we have to do a little background on Howard Hamlin. This first little bit here shows him being unlikable. Howard Hamlin is kind of the inverse of Lalo. He's really not a bad guy, but he's very unlikable. Lalo's a horrible guy, but very likable.
No, but we've been using this particular font for 12 years now, and it, in concert with our tri-rectangle graphic and Hamlindigo blue, constitutes a trademark brand identifier.
Whoa, back up. Hamlindigo blue?
And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, or the dogs get it.
Well, that's Howard at his smarmy best. But if you really look at all this, you kind of don't like him because he's in Jimmy's way and he's in Kim's way. And sometimes he can be a little mean to him. But honestly, all of his actions are rational. And usually when he is mean, he's been provoked.
If any of those geezers don't want to sign with you, just give me their names. I'll talk them into it.
You know, Jimmy, I never wanted it to go this way. If it had been up to me, we would have at least...
Howard, I get it.
In fact, right there, Howard's being pretty nice to Jimmy under the circumstances, even though he kind of, took advantage of the situation a little bit, not more so than anybody else would, to be honest. And then we see him defending himself again here in the next clip.
He showed it to me.
He showed it to you?
Yes, a few days ago.
And you didn't say anything to anyone?
No, I didn't.
You didn't think I deserved a heads up?
I didn't realize...
Well, Jimmy had just put out a video that was damaging to his relationship with another firm, and while Howard isn't super nice about it, his reaction is pretty rational.
Because I knew that I could expect more from you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And here's Howard being very magnanimous when Kim gives her resignation. Of course, we see that in the next clip, he's still looking out for his own interests.
Give me time to walk down to Mesa Verde and cancel everything I have lined up this morning.
Going now.
And here, Howard rightfully tries to tap the brakes while Chuck goes off the edge.
This tape, I'm not sure exactly what it accomplishes. Look, you know evidentiary rules better than I do, but a secretly recorded tape with a problematic chain of evidence? You're going to have a hell of a time getting that admitted. I agree.
And again, Howard's saying the right thing here.
What Jimmy did is unconscionable, yes. But one of my jobs is to safeguard the firm's reputation.
This is not the time to worry about how we look. This is about what's right and what's wrong.
And here Howard is forcing Chuck out of his own firm, but honestly, under the circumstances, it's the right thing to do for everybody involved.
Here, just take this.
$3 million.
The first of 3 payments, as per the partnership agreement.
And he even gives him a proper send-off here.
Everybody, thank you for gathering. I have some bittersweet news to share. I'm sorry to say, but our fearless leader, Charles McGill, will be leaving HHM. Effective immediately.
Here's an interesting little bit that just shows the relationship, and I noted it when I did this episode as well. Jimmy comes and really sort of gives it to Howard, but in sort of the nicest way. What he's telling Howard, he needs to hear, and Howard actually ends up taking it to heart.
Are you kidding me? I just referred a client to you guys. You're welcome, by the way. And you're telling me this place is falling apart? Get your shit together, Howard.
So Howard actually does try to get his act together, and as part of that, he tries to make amends with Jimmy.
Saul Goodman. Am I allowed to call you Jimmy?
Saul Goodman is my professional name, but my friends still call me Jimmy. You can too.
Well, tell me about Saul Goodman.
And he really appears to be sincere in this effort.
When you got barred, or when you brought a sandpiper, both times, I should have shown some backbone. It would have been the right thing to do.
Wow. I am glad you had this cleansing moment of clarity, Howard.
Jimmy rewards this outreach by throwing bowling balls on his car, being as nasty as he can to him, and sending hookers into his luncheon with Cliff Maine.
What I'm saying?
I can leave if you need.
No. Look, I don't know any Joe Dog or Tugboat. So we can end this right now.
We ain't leaving with...
Even after all that, Howard tries to hire Jimmy back again, and he gets a definite no from Jimmy.
You look down on me, you pity me? Walk away. That's right, Howard. You know why I didn't take the job? Because it's too small. I don't care about it. It's nothing to me. It's a...
So Howard eventually reports all this behavior to Kim, and she is less than impressed.
And that's it? Sorry. Howard.
And this is where it all gets interesting and it creates all the questions for season 6. Jimmy and Kim have a discussion about how they're going to maybe do something to Howard in order to cause the Sandpiper case to settle, and that's going to set up all the huge conflict.
We would have to hurt him bad. To get a bunch of lawyers to run for the exits, Howard would have to have done something unforgivable.
Okay, so what happens to Howard Hamlin in Better Call Saul Season 6? It appears that he is going to be on the receiving end of an attack from Kim and Jimmy in order to move along the Sandpiper case. I've got a problem with that whole premise, but I don't really care. There are just better ways to try to help move the settlement other than attack Howard's reputation, but it doesn't really matter because it's fun and it's going to set up a real cool conflict. Well, what do we know? We know that Howard's been there from the beginning and he's sort of a main character, and he's an interesting one because the whole show you don't like him and you're not supposed to like him. It's written that way, and he's sort of obnoxious and smarmy. But again, you know, if you find something, put it in the comments below. But I can't really see an action that Howard took that wasn't sort of justified or didn't make sense. I mean, he might have been a little mean to Kim when she brought in Mesa Verde. He might have been a little condescending to Jimmy, but that's about it. That's in the Better Call Saul universe. That's jaywalking. I mean, you know, he's not ordering hits on people or doing unethical things. He tried to calm Chuck down. He tried to talk sense into Chuck, and he was right to protect the firm. He felt guilty when Chuck died and took responsibility for it, despite the fact that it really wasn't his fault. In short, we're really not supposed to like him, but I don't know why. But going forward, he's not in Breaking Bad, and that makes me think that he meets his end in season 6. I don't have any information to that effect. That's just what I think. But I think he's going to be in a lot of season 6, and I just think he's going to end up teaming up with Lalo because they have a common enemy, namely Jimmy and Kim and Gus, and I think we're going to choose sides. Lalo needs help. He needs someone in the United States. He needs someone who can deal with things above board, like in court. He used Crazy 8 to get all over Gus through Saul Goodman in season 5. So it's a natural partnership between those two. Now, that's kind of interesting because this whole show, Howard's never done anything like that, and he's not in the game, as they say. He's just an attorney and he's trying to run his firm. But when he gets some sort of attack from Jimmy and Kim, he's going to need to fight back dirty. He can't just do it in court. He's going to need allies that can do dirty things, and Lalo's the perfect thing for that. Lalo also needs him as a representative in the United States and a way to take action there against other people. So there's been nothing in there to indicate it to me other than they have common enemies, and it just makes so much sense. I kind of hope that's the way it goes. I think that would be pretty neat. I could see Howard doesn't have to go anywhere because he doesn't need to be mentioned in Breaking Bad for any reason, but my guess is that Lalo is done with him and takes him out, or somebody like Mike takes him out before the end of Better Call Saul Season 6. Here at Law Talk, we do a lot of videos answering common legal questions. We also do reviews of law in the movies and then on TV. We also share some of our more interesting cases. We're always putting out new videos. So if you like that, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell.